Explosive blast injury. Explosive. High order explosives, for example, nitroglycerine, dynamite, TNT, tri-nitro-toluene, RDX, cyclonite-cyclo-methyl tri-nitramine, PETN, that is penta-erythritol, tetra-nitrite, TATP, tri-acetone, tri-peroxide, ANFO, ammonium. ANFO is ammonium nitrate fuel oil. Nitroglycerine burns in microseconds and produce a pressure of 27500 atm. Burning front moves with a supersonic sound that is more than the speed of a sound. Low order explosives, for example, gunpowder, petroleum-based bomb, for example, Molotov cocktail, pipe bomb, gunpowder burns in a millisecond, slow as compared to nitroglycerine, and produces a pressure of 6000 atm. The burning front moves with a subsonic speed that is less than the speed of the sound. Primary explosive, extremely sensitive to heat, friction, impact, light, sound, or electromagnetic radiation, so need a minimum fire for explosion. Difficult to handle and store. For example, so nitroglycerine, lead acid, sodium acid, lead stiphanate, mercury fulminate, tetrazine. The primer used in a cartridge are actually primary explosives. Primers used in cartridge are primary explosives. Secondary explosives are less sensitive as compared to primary explosive and need more fire for explosion, safer to handle and store. Secondary explosives are usually initiated by a smaller quantity of primary explosive, example gunpowder, RDX, TNT. Tertiary explosive, most insensitive among all, for example ammonium nitrate, fuel oil, ANFO used in mining and road construction in hilly areas. Blast waves. A blast is an expanding hot sphere of gas generating from the burning of a high explosive of the bomb. A blast is a superheated forced air which causes extensive damage. The blast front is the leading edge of the blast wave. Blast front is the leading edge of the blast wave. Bomb blast injuries. Primary bomb blast injuries is a kind of barotrauma due to direct pressure effect of the blast wave. Shock wave on the surface of the victim's body. It affects especially those organs which contains air. For example, ear and hollow viscous, lungs and GIT. Injury to ear organ most sensitive to the blast effect is the ear. Sudden severe deafness and tinnitus may occur due to perforation of the tympanic membrane, anterior inferior part of the pars tensa, rupture of the tympanic membrane, or Round window, displacement of stapes, foot plate, and damage to cochlea. Injury to the hollow organs, hollow viscera, to greater cause of mortality in a bomb blast injury is the injury to the lung, heart may show contusion, lacerations. Blast wave causes rapid expansion of the hollow GIT organ, GIT hemorrhages, intestinal perforation, especially at ileocecal junction. Injury to the solid viscera, brain, intracranial hemorrhage, liver, spleen, kidney. Secondary blast injuries results from flying missiles, example fragments, nuts, boards, nails, bone pieces generated by explosion. Marshall triad. It is a classical characteristic of bomb blast explosion. Bomb blast, small missiles released from explosive produces characteristic injury, pneumonic, lab, laceration, punctuate laceration, abrasion, and bruises. The injury resembles classic ballistic wound, except that the entry wound is very irregular. X-ray of the victim can be taken to detect small metallic particles. Next is tertiary blast injuries. Tertiary blast injuries result from the body of the victim is thrown away by blast wave. These are blunt force injury. Quaternary blast injury, it includes superficial flash burns due to radiant heat, inhalation injuries, carbon monoxide poisoning if explosion occurred in confined region, complete disruption of the body when the victim was at or near to the explosive. Points to remember, that is Molotov cocktail. It is used by terrorists. It consists of a glass bottle partially filled with a flammable liquid, usually petrol or alcohol, and its mouth stopped with a cork. A cloth gag rag is fixed around the mouth. Immediately prior to using it, the rag is soaked in a flammable liquid and lit. Then the bottle is thrown at the target. The bottle shatters on impact, spilling the flammable liquid over the target. The already burning rag ignites the target to make the attack effective, especially in the dark. Several unlit bottles full of flammable liquid are thrown, and then finally a lit one bottle is thrown, which ignites and destroys the large area around the target. Types of bombs. Letter bomb. Electronically operated explosive device sent through letter or parcel. Blast as the parcel letter is opened. Booby trap. A bomb which explodes when it is moved by someone. Grenades. Underwater blast. The most common suffering damage in underwater is intestine. Thank you.